Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have for you my summer proof makeup tutorial using some new products. These are perfect and bulletproof for that hot summer weather, so let's get right into it. I'm going to be showing you guys what I prepped my face with. I used the Heritage Store Rosewater and Glycerin Spray along with the LA Girl Pro Prep. These are both primers, so moving right along to my L'Oreal True Match, oldie but a goodie, I'm going to go ahead and place the foundation onto my face. Now moving right in with my Ricky Care Beauty Sponge, I'm going to go ahead and dab that into my skin. These are probably my favorite beauty blenders yet. They're really big and soft, and I kind of like that much buoyancy in my skin because it allows for all the moisture to both soak in and deposit. Now, the basic secret to flawless skin is a beauty blender. I've tried so many different products. I've tried brushes, I've tried those like oval brush looking things, and I mean, I'm gonna show you in my tutorial, but this is my absolute favorite. It both absorbs product and it lets off a little bit of the moisture from the water when you wet it. It's just awesome. I absolutely cannot live without it. So moving right along to my LA Girls concealer. This is an, I believe, buff beige. I'm going to go ahead and highlight my face. Now for some added bronzer, I'm going in with my Maybelline FIT ME foundation in Coconut to contour my face. This is more going to be for bronzing. This foundation was exactly my skin tone, but I do like to have a little bit of warmth in my face. So I'm going to go ahead and basically roughly contour. And now picking up that bad boy once again, and we're going to go ahead and buff everything out. What I really like about this concealer is that it is like a little bit yellow and salmon tone, so that means that it's going to cancel out any dark circles that you have. I've been dealing with a lot of bags as of recently. Obviously they're designer, but yeah, this is very great for people who have a lot of darkness under their eyes. And now picking up my Ricky's oval brush, I guess it's a dupe for the Artiste brushes. I'm going to go ahead and blend out my contour. Now, quick review on this product. I'm not sure if it's that I don't know how to handle the brush, but I feel like if I angle it like sideways, that's the only way I can get a blend that won't go against my skin. That is, it won't be pulling on my skin. I've heard from other YouTubers that the trick to this brush is that you have to make sure it's not pulling or going against your skin in order for it to blend out correctly. Now, I'm not sure if I'm in love with it yet. I will say for foundation, if you work on it hard enough, it gives you a great finish. It's airbrush-like, but for the concealer, I don't know if it was the product or what it was, but it was kind of bugging me. In the end, I go in with my beauty blender because I'm in love. But yeah, I just wanted to be able to check out a new product for you guys and see how I feel about it. It does retail for 13 bucks, so it's not that bad. If anybody knows how to use this better, let me know, because as of right now, I'm kind of struggling. But we're doing it for the YouTube. Now going in with my BH Cosmetics Professional Brush Kit, I'm going to go ahead with this Kumadori Bronzer Highlighter Brush from Japanesque, and I'm going to go ahead and further warm my face. This is kind of just going to set the coconut foundation in place, and also I'm bringing it down my neck because you don't want to be two-toned. Now moving right back into another oldie but goodie, I'm going to go ahead and set my under eyes with my Maybelline FIT ME Foundation Powder in 220. This is just going to set the concealer so that it doesn't crease and also brighten up under my eyes. Now going in with my Morphe 12 Natural Beauty Palette. It's actually one of my favorite palettes. I go in between that one and the Tarte palette, the Tartist in Bloom. We're going to go ahead and pick up the Morphe E23. It's a dense blending brush, and I'm going to go ahead and pick up the lightest shade in the palette. It's like a bone shade, and set my eyes. Now with that same brush, I'm going to go ahead with a slightly darker color. It's kind of taupey, and I'm going to be picking up my Morphe M511 brush. This is my goat hair brush. It's tapered and it's for blending in the transition. So we're going to go ahead and go into that little area of our eye and blend in our transition shade. Now, because I did want to keep this look a lot brighter and warmer than what the eyeshadow was coming off as, I'm going to go ahead with my G24 brush by Morphe, and I'm going to be picking up that Camel Taupey shade. It's more high orange than it is anything right there. And I'm going to go ahead and put that on the outer edge of my eye. This is just going to warm up the entire lid, and I am bringing it up into my transition shade to kind of blend those two colors together. It's important here to go ahead and diffuse the product across your lid because you don't want it to be too concentrated. This is supposed to be just a flush of color, just so that your eyes look nice and glowy and bright and healthy, and not like clown orange. That's what I fear most. So we're going to go ahead and pick up that sable shade, and I'm going to place that right on my lid. I want to make sure that these colors are all within the same family range, so it's going to be a lot warmer than usual, but I'm sure we can pull it off. By the way, don't mind my backdrop right now. I'm playing with a couple areas in my room. When I mean little glam room, I mean I have little room to get glam. So I'm working with what I got. Stay tuned. There's going to be a whole bunch of updates and special things happening on my channel. So yeah. Once we've got our base on and I'm liking what I see, I'm going to go ahead and start on my, oh wait, I'm adding a pop of color. So moving in with the ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in Millionaire. This is my favorite ColourPop shadow ever. We're just going to pop that in to our lid. Now, this shadow is definitely darker than the rest of the shadows we've been using, but it has a lot of glitter in it. So it's actually going to make the lid look more dewy and wet. And honestly, it ends up happening like that for me anyways. So if I can actually manipulate my product so it looks as though I intended on that, I definitely will try. In the summertime, you do get a lot more dewy, and I personally like it. I feel like I got a J-Lo glow going on my lids, so yeah. Now for the good stuff. We're gonna go in with the e.l.f. liner brush. It's like a flat top shader brush for your lower lash line or upper lash line. I use it for my lower. I'm mixing all the colors that I put on my lid minus the Millionaire on my lower lash, because you want to make sure that your top matches your bottom. So go ahead and smudge it out as best as you can. Now to smoke it out a little bit more and blend, we are going to go ahead and pick up our trusty Morphe G18 brush and blend it out. Now to achieve our faux smoked wing liner, I'm going to go ahead and pick up my Urban Decay 24/7 liner in black, and I'm going to just roughly put it on my lid. It doesn't really matter if you're precise at this point, because we are going to be using a brush to kind of manipulate the product. Just make sure that whichever liner you choose is creamy so that it can move around and form whatever kind of line you need. So I'm just putting it on my outer edge, mostly concentrating it, and then I'm going to go ahead and line my waterline. Now going in with the e.l.f. small smudge brush, we're going to go ahead and start pulling the product into a wing. Basically, I start in the middle and I just push the product right out, forming whichever kind of wing you'd like. Personally, I like my wings to be a little bit more feathered when I'm using a liner like this, just because I don't want it to look too crazy. I just want it to seem as though it's just a light wash of liner. Using this technique really helps with people with small eyes. Sometimes I feel like if I do a stark black liquid liner, my eyes tend to look a little bit smaller than usual. So this just gives a nice shadowed effect, so it makes your lashes look fuller without taking away from your eye shape. Now, a trick that I use to elongate my lids, since they are rather small, is right where my wing ends, I'm going to go ahead and smudge it right into my transition. So there we go, there we have it, nice and lined eyes. Now moving along, I'm going to go ahead and use my Urban Decay Perversion mascara. You guys can use false lashes. I just personally wouldn't if I'm planning on wearing this all day, just because it gets nasty and hot outside, and then all of a sudden your lash pops off and then you want to cry. So let's try and keep it on the natural side. So if anything, a little smudging, a little running, you can definitely just clean that up. It's better than having to reapply lashes every 5 minutes. So now for the secret weapon of the year. This is a glycerin and rosewater based spray. I'm going to go ahead and take my beauty blender and the area that doesn't have much product and press this spray into my skin. This basically marries all the powder product that you've put onto your skin and it hydrates it. The good thing about glycerin is that it sticks any product to your skin. So since it's a tacky product, it's going to go ahead and make sure that your whole skin is basically plastered with whatever product you have. This is great for the summer because obviously you don't want to be running. Now going in with my BH Cosmetics blush palette, I'm just going to go ahead and pop some warm orange and bronze back into my skin because I just want to make sure that my cheeks look nice and flush. Now for that highlight, you know I'm extra, so I did have to go in with my Sephora liquid illuminating drops in High Beam. I'm going to go ahead and put that on my skin. I would recommend that you use a beauty blender because this stuff is really, really intense. And though I like a good highlight, I was not feeling how I applied this. So I go ahead with my finger first and I try to like blend it out, and then I realize that's not really going to work. So I move along with my beauty blender as I should have, but Mama's a little bit extra, so she tried it. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and blend it out as much as possible. Basically, it looks like I'm going to Coachella. Sorry. That's better. So we're going to go ahead and blend it out. Like I said, beauty blenders are great because they absorb excess product and they move it around your skin so that it's nice and diffused. But you know me, you can't just leave it at that. I am picking up that Anastasia Glow Kit, and I'm going to go ahead and pick up that dark golden bronze shade and just add it to my cheeks because I just couldn't live with that idea of not being as highlighted as I wanted to. Now for my lips, another Anastasia Beverly Hills product because Anastasia rules the world. We're going to go ahead and use the liquid lip in Ashton. And this completes the lip, guys. I hope you guys really enjoyed this. This is perfect for the summer and it is sweat proof. So go ahead with your bad selves, put on your full face of makeup and rock it out. Love you guys. Bye.